Howdy. Forgive me if I don't introduce myself, but standing here on Boot Hill amongst all these unknown and forgotten souls, well, it just don't seem like names much matter. You know, it wasn't more than about 5, maybe 6 years ago, I helped dig one of the first graves out here on Boot Hill. Back then, Dodge City wasn't much more than a collection of tent saloons held together by a buffalo stink and a railroad whistle. I was sitting in George Hoover's place, making friends with a drink of whiskey, when we heard that old Bully Brooks had gunned down one of the Santa Fe track layers. Well, I heard Brooks was hung just not too long after that. But that railroad man, we hauled him out here on the hill, scraped just enough deep in the clay to cover up his mortal remains. He had a marker at one time, we made sure of that, but the prairie and time, they've taken their toll. Folks out here, some of them are friends of mine. It was that very next winter when me and some of the boys was just a few miles north here, hunting buffalo. Terrible blizzard that night. We wrapped ourselves in our fresh buffalo robes, tight as we could against the chill. Next morning we stumbled across a camp not a mile from where we lay. A party of 5 other hunters there had frozen to death in the night. We loaded them all in the wagon and brought them back into Dodge City. No one knew them. Didn't know their names, where they come from. Had nothing else to do but come out here, dig a big hole, and lay them out here on Boot Hill. And then there was Lizzie Palmer. I remember her well. A finer woman never lived, but they called her a prostitute, a madam. Accidental death, really. Nothing more than a difference of opinion with another lady in the street, cutting her scalp, and one infection later, and Lizzie was no more. Well, we had to go through 2 preachers to do it, but by George, we made sure that Lizzie had a Christian burial. Folks out here, I stand here among these drifters, gamblers, buffalo hunters, gunmen and thieves. Their names are mostly forgotten now. Well, here I stand on Boot Hill amongst all these drifters, gamblers, prostitutes, gunmen, and horse thieves. Men and women who drank too much, loved unwisely. And I wondered, how on earth have I ever survived Dodge City this long? And then I stop and think and wonder whether or not Dodge City will ever survive Boot Hill. The reputation here has simply gotten out of hand. I've spoken to families, businessmen just recently who refuse to relocate or open their doors here in Dodge just because of what Boot Hill represents. Dodge is growing. It's growing every day. There's good people here. It's going to be a fine town one day. There's talk about shutting down Boot Hill. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. If it does, maybe it's for the best. Leave this era of violence behind. It's almost 1880. We're just 2 decades from a brand new century. Life will change a lot after that. Maybe it's time to look towards the future.